From giving undeniable looks
Go away, we're talking about you.
to getting physical on live TV.
I have a way of touching. I always had my hands on his chest.
Here are unforgettable times female celebrities thirsted over their male crushes. Starting with Alexandra Daddario, who turned the Baywatch press tour in 2017 to a total thirst fest over co-star Zac Efron.
I have to say, to everybody, I have never touched a man with as many abs as yours, so it is otherworldly.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's really sweet.
I mean, look, talking about Zac Efron's abs is not like a bad way to spend a junket. It's not like a hard-hitting question.
It wasn't your dream as a childhood, your child becoming an actress, that you were someday talk about Zac Efron's abs?
Of course that was my dream. Zac's abs are just otherworldly. I had to touch them a couple of times, and it's like a shock goes through your system. Like, you can't control yourself.
Just like Alexandra, Rebel Wilson could barely keep it together at the BAFTAs after locking eyes with Idris Elba in the audience.
Segue to the award of Best Supporting Actor. Sorry, Idris Elba, you're making me a bit nervous. But I'm just sociologically programmed to want chocolate on Valentine's Day.
Rebel may have stumbled over a few words, but Betty White proved that age is just a number when it comes to thirsting over a hot man like Jason Momoa.
You made the cover of Men's Health in the UK, which, and it's a very, look at that, build arms like this.
Whoa.
Fantastic cover. Are you okay, Betty?
I'm getting better.
And when it comes to Jason Momoa, Betty White's not the only one losing her composure, because Kristen Bell turned one interview into a full-blown fan club meeting.
Some people have like rhythm and they don't even know it, but they just like,
I didn't even know that either.
You didn't know you shoot out rhythm everywhere. Come on.
I've never heard rhythm before.
Older people have rhythm.
All right.
Similarly, Dakota Johnson had her own distracting moment during filming of Bad Times at the El Royale with Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, no, somehow he doesn't know how to button his shirt up. And it's so distracting for everybody.
Yeah, his body is just insane,
It's
isn't it?
so remarkable and truly such an accomplishment.
It's just unreal.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Dakota Johnson wasn't the only one thrown off by Hemsworth's rugged charm. Jessica Chastain took it even further, recalling her time filming with him.
But there's a scene with Chris Hemsworth and I in a hot spring. And we filmed it for like 8 or 9 hours in this hot tub. Around like hour 4, I started to look like I was 120 years old.
But none of these come close to an entire audience of celebrities going crazy over Hemsworth during Ellen DeGeneres' speech at the People's Choice Awards.
Tonight I want to make you happy, so I would like to share with you, I brought a shirtless photo of Chris Hemsworth to share.
But Jessica Chastain isn't the only one who had a moment with a Marvel heartthrob. Hayley Atwell had plenty to say about filming Captain America, the First Avenger, alongside Chris Evans.
Chris Evans' man boobs, really?
Yeah.
What are they like face to face?
Hurt. Very, very real. And I couldn't quite help myself during the scene. It was the first time I saw him, it was the first time I was that close, so I just kind of touched them gently. You're right.
I can't really blame you, I guess.
Yeah, they're really impressive.
Even in other interviews, Hayley just couldn't forget about Chris's impressive muscles.
Chris Evans, who plays Captain America.
I don't think he has man boobs, though. He's got firm chestly areas.
Well, they were absolutely enormous, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it wasn't just Hayley, because Scarlett Johansson was also left at a loss of words over Chris's older pictures.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, what am I looking at?
Marvel's actresses aren't the only ones going nuts over their co-stars either, because Wonder Woman Gal Gadot's eyes spoke volumes in an interview with Chris Pine.
End of the day, we dealt with some serious questions, take it from here.
I think the
This is a superhero film. We've all seen a bunch of superhero films.
Gal Gadot was crushing from afar, but Sarah Silverman took things to a whole new level, right on live television with Mark Wahlberg. Meanwhile, Kelly Ripa took daytime thirst to a whole new level when Jake Gyllenhaal appeared on her show.
Jake, you feel as good as you look. Like a fine cashmere sweater. You are a human cashmere sweater. Divorced Mark Consuelos, married Jake Gyllenhaal.
Sure.
I ran it by Mark. He thinks you're a hell of a guy. And he thinks you'd make a great stepfather to our kid.
And then there's Sandra Bullock, who couldn't help but gush over Keanu Reeves during their time filming Speed.
I think about how sweet Keanu Reeves was and how handsome he was. It was hard. It was really, it was hard for me to like really be serious. Like he would look at me and I'd be like,
Sandra was clearly smitten, but it was Winona Ryder who got the real plot twist with Keanu Reeves.
Well, I had a pretty
How do you not
big,
remember?
healthy crush
I
on
had
the
a
guy.
big, healthy crush on you, too.
And
Winona had Keanu's attention, but Amy Adams had a more hands-on situation with Henry Cavill, and she wasn't exactly complaining.
I have a way of touching. I always had my hands on his chest, even like we weren't doing a scene. I'd be like, ha 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 ha. Shameless.
And this wasn't even a one-time thing, because apparently Henry was just too much for Amy to handle.
I don't think that kissing Henry can ever be described as disgusting. I don't want to cross over a professional line, but it's certainly not disgusting.
He's such a nice guy, and then, I kind of feel bad because in all of the press, it's like obvious, so people are constantly asking the question, and then I'm like, Henry's gonna take out a restraining order on me if I keep talking about how cute he is and like giggling in his presence. But I challenge anyone to stare in his eyes for 5 seconds and not giggle.
While Amy Adams couldn't keep her mind off Superman, Margot Robbie had her sights set on a supervillain, Michael B. Jordan.
Who is your cinematic crush?
I was gonna say Margot.
Oh, it's good. This is, it's just awkward because he's sitting right here.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, Miss Robbie here.
Margot isn't even the only one charmed by Jordan, because Cheryl Ann Tweedy simply had no chance during the Graham Norton show.
So why do you take the big long breaks? Why don't you just keep doing the thing you like doing?
I needed it.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely needed it. Yeah.
Time flies.
Yeah, it really
Yeah, it
does.
does.
Yeah.
And
Time's flying. Time is flying.
And just when you thought Michael B. Jordan had dodged all the flirtation, Haley Steinfeld entered the chat with some undeniable chemistry of her own.
Got your friend Michael B. Jordan co-starring in this with you. What is he like as a friend? Is he a person you could call and say, hey, can you pick me up on the side of the road? I just experienced a breakdown, you know?
Absolutely.
That kind of friend?
100%.
Good thing you're saying those things right now, Haley, because you know who's standing right behind you right now?
Go away, we're talking about you.
However, it was Nicki Minaj who took a more direct approach and shot her shot at Michael without hesitation.
And shout out to Donatella Versace for custom making this outfit for me. And shout out to Michael B. Jordan because he's gonna be taking it off of me tonight.